Okay. Okay. Hi, welcome. We're exploring essential oils today, and I have two friends on. We have Bonnie, wave to the camera,
Hey there.
and Anne.
Hey.
So, I'm Megan. I'm a stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom of four, and a blogger and a wellness advocate with doTERRA Essential Oils. And Bonnie knows how to really work it from home. Why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Hey there. Yes, I'm a mom, 4 kids, ages 11, 9, 7, and 4. And I've been working from home for almost 7 years now, and I love it, love it, love it. It has provided a lot of opportunity for personal growth and just for our family financially, and the opportunity to meet amazing people all over the country. And that's how we can do classes like this where we're all in different states, which is awesome. I'm from Ohio. And I'm just happy to share oils with you guys. I just became a wellness advocate 2 months ago, and I am loving it. And I'll share my story in a few minutes here.
All right. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay. Hi, I'm Anne, stay-at-home mom, mother of 8. One's married, another one getting married soon. And I've been homeschooling the kids. We're all into health and wellness, and this is my first time doing anything like this. I finally feel like I've got time on my hands with no babies and diapers, and that was something I've always kind of thought would be fun. And so I'm just giving it a try. I love it.
We're so excited. So we're going to just start with the basics of essential oils, and we're going to share our stories. So the first thing we want to talk about is that essential oils are natural. So they are aromatic compounds extracted and distilled from plants for health benefits. And I am going to try to show you a picture. See if you can see right there. Oops. You can see the little oil sac. And the cool part about it is that they have supercharged potency. So 1 drop of peppermint, like if you've experienced peppermint, you'll believe it. That was my first oil experience, is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. And then, so that was my first one with inhaling it like that. And it was just, the airways opened and everything. And oils are pennies to the drop. So for example, here is a bottle of lemon. This is a 15 milliliter bottle, and there's 250 drops in a bottle. And you would be amazed at how powerful 1 drop is. So, and peppermint you can use to cool down, stay alert. We talked about how it can help open up those airways for healthy respiratory function. I currently am drinking it in my coffee.
Hey, cheers to that.
So there's so many fun ways to use it.
Christmas in a cup. That's what I say.
All right. So next we're going to talk about how they're effective.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. I'm like listening. I'm like, yes, let's hear what's next. Very good. Okay. So when I first got started with essential oils, I was beyond clueless. Anne knows because I talked to her like, what the heck? She's my aunt, so I'm not sure if I should say Anne or Anne on here, but anyway.
Doesn't matter to me.
I was like, how do they work? And I was struggling with some health issues, and we started talking about oils, and I was really confused on how they actually work. So I'm just going to share the very 101 beginner level, because that's the easiest to understand. And if I understand it, I feel like everyone can understand it. And so basically, and I will also show a quick, let's see, where's my camera? Okay. So that is actually a picture of a cell, and very, zoomed up. And basically every cell has a cell membrane around it, that's an oil cell. And, let's say you have a virus and you go to the doctor, and what does the doctor say? They say, drink some water, rest, and let it run its course, because there's nothing they can do because the virus is inside of the cell. Well, if you have a bacterial infection, medicine is actually water-based. So if you have a bacterial infection, they give you a medication because it will work because it's on the outside of the cell. That's no problem. There's modern medicine is awesome because it does a lot of things, they're really good for us, but the natural approach, we try to get to the root cause. And so anyway, about the virus, because oils are made, or they are oil, and oil can work together. Oil and water do not mix, and oil can actually go through the oil membrane and get to the inside of the cell. And that's why you can use oils to help with things such as viruses. They're like natural medicinals because they can do that, and medication just can't do that. So that's like the very basic information.
Great explanation.
Uh-oh. I think Bonnie froze on us.
Bonnie's frozen.
Well, next up, Bonnie was going to talk about them being safe. And until we get her back, I will take that up. And so the cool thing about doTERRA essential oils is that they co-impact source their essential oils. So aside from lifting up communities all over the world, like they get their wintergreen from Nepal, they also get these really, really effective, potent, and pure essential oils. And they are harvested in their natural habitats. They're like beyond organic, verified, pure, free of fillers, pesticides, and foreign contaminants. They do third-party testing. So they're something you can feel good about using because of their safeness and their purity. And then also because I have the way in which they're sourced, you know that when you are buying a bottle of essential oils from doTERRA, you're also like giving back and helping raise up communities all over the world. And I think that's really cool. So, Anne, do you want to talk about how we use essential oils, the 3 ways?
Sure. Yes. Okay. So essential oils are, you've got different methods of using them. You can, it's aromatically, internally, and topically. Mm-hmm. Aromatically is great. You can use it in a diffuser, which is great. You've got a little machine thingy and you put some water in it and put, 6 to 8 drops of the oil in it. And then what you do is plug it in, let it go for like, I don't know, mine has a 4 to 8 hour time, limit or max that it'll run. And we love that for kids' allergies. My husband has spring allergies, and just run the breathe through the night in there just does wonders. In your bedroom, he's just breathing in all that clean, fresh air and just open up his airways. You can use it just for anything. I did it the other night with orange and cinnamon bark, and it was amazing. I had friends over. We did a little mini oil class. First one I've done. It was fun, and everyone just raved about the orange and cinnamon coming out of that little diffuser. So,
I have to try that one.
So great, yeah. And then, okay, so diffusing is great for many reasons, but you can also do it where you rub it. Put about 2 to 3 drops on your hand, not even, maybe 1 to 2 drops on your palm of your hands. Rub it, and then cup your nose, inhale, breathe it all in. And that is super powerful too, because if you think about like when a patient is going in for surgery and there's, the doctor, what do they do to prep you before surgery? They put you out and they put a gas mask over you. And I forgot, I think it's like the olfactory nerve in your nose, which is connected to the limbic system in your brain. And then 15, 30 seconds, the patient's out. Yeah. So the oils work.
It's powerful.
Fast too. So, yeah. That's my husband carries breathe around with him all the time. And he gets comments from people at work all the time. What is that? It smells so great. But he's always doing that, every few hours he's rubbing it on his hands and breathing it in. But he does not, and for years now, he's not needed medication for his spring allergies, which he always did. So
even my 3-year-old does, after school when it's we do wild orange in his palm, and he just and he'll just chill out on the couch and breathe it in, and it just helps him calm down because it's a big transition coming home from preschool and it's lunchtime and whatever. So
absolutely, yes. And we do it for headaches with peppermint, and then rub the rest of that's on your palm of your hands on your temples and in your neck area. Oh gosh, yeah, this is great. We also, I'm trying to think of the other one that we love. Of course, like lavender, that's great for a baby that's crying. Diffuse it in the room and put him to sleep. But yeah, so that's just another great method of using the oils. Okay, so then you can take it internally. Okay, so I like perpetually have tea with either peppermint at night, or I use, like, you can do the digestion. You can do, in my water, I always have either grapefruit, lemon, or wild orange. Just a drop is all you need. 8 to 16 ounce glass of water, and that's it. It's real. It's just, you're getting that natural detoxing action that's going on, and it's refreshing, and it does something to you. It just kind of lifts your mood a little bit too. And let's see. Okay, so that's internal. Yeah, you can also do it where you like when we're sick, if we've got sore throat or anything, we literally put it on a spoon. I'll do like 2 drops, like frankincense, lemon, and peppermint, and like 2 drops each. This is like a serious powerhouse. And my kids don't really like it plain. It kind of like might feel a little cooling or chilling down their throat. So we just do like a tiny half teaspoon of flax oil.
Okay.
Or you could do any type of, you know what I'm saying?
Like
coconut oil.
And oil. People use honey too.
Okay, that's good.
Sore throat.
They know, they all agree. I think the flax oil, it's like the least invasive. They can handle that. It's the most palatable. But yeah, so it's and that is seriously. I did it a few weeks ago. I had a urinary tract infection that was 3 weeks going, and my daughter Alex was like, "Mom, use these oils." So I did them. It was like, again, frankincense. I think there was cloves and lemon, and no, it was tea tree. And then the melaleuca. And then I was doing that like an antibiotic. So like 3 times a day, I would do 2 drops each. And I did that for about 5 days, and it wiped out my infection. So it was another powerful solution to a problem that, is affecting your health. So, okay. So, internally. Okay. So now topically. Okay. Topically is great. As far as, my daughter just recently started using the digestion on her stomach. She's allergic to like dairy and gluten, and sometimes the corn chips affect her. So, rubbing that right on the belly is great.
We use that one too.
Yep. The again, peppermint for your temples is great for getting rid of a headache. And the bottoms of your feet is probably one of the most powerful. Like every night, I'm always putting some type of an oil on. Lately, it's just been lavender, and I've been sleeping so well. I don't know why I didn't do lavender. I mean, I periodically did it, but I've been consistent for a week now, and it's just really giving me a great night's rest. And I put a couple drops on my pillow, and I sleep like a baby. So I feel more refreshed in the morning as well, which is good, because I was struggling with that for a long time. But otherwise, it depends. You go with how are you feeling at the time? You know what I mean? If there's something going on and you find another oil that's going to be the one you rub on your feet that night, then do it, or combine a couple if that's so.
My daughter is obsessed with lavender on her feet at that time. It's like she always remembers. She's like, "I need my lavender, Mom." I'm like, okay. I'm like, she needs her own little roller bottle so she can just
yes.
That's herself.
I know. Well, I do have two of my kids carry the Breathe, the little I got samples of Breathe for them, the sample bottles, and just poured some in, and my daughter keeps it in her wallet, and because they're the ones with kind of more prone to allergies.
Yeah.
But I was going to also say the Breathe is great for those with asthma. Anyone with asthma, Breathe is amazing. So it's those kids, are always needing those inhalers, and I mean, this is just a powerhouse, just all in one bottle. So,
yes. So, Anne, do you want to go into your oil story?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. All right. So, basically here it's kind of a long one, but I'll try to shorten it. 17 years ago, I was diagnosed with MS, which is multiple sclerosis. Okay. And it took a while for me to figure out to get the diagnosis. I went to a lot of different doctors, and finally I had 2 different neurologists kind of do a back-to-back confirmation that I had MS. And I went in to the neurologists, and I told them I knew something was wrong, very wrong. But I also told them I'm not the type of person to medicate. And I didn't do anything natural prior to this. I was just kind of becoming aware of it. I kind of was a junk food junkie and, just didn't take care of my health, and I didn't watch what I put into my body. So it was definitely a good wake up. But anyway, I had, once I was diagnosed with that, I had the choice by the doctors. They said, okay, so now that we know this is what you have, we can do a little bit more of a confirmation where we go through and do a spinal tap, but we don't think it's necessary for you. It's kind of more invasive. And they said, you've told me you do not want to have any meds. So we, if it was up to us, you might want to choose to forego having the spinal tap. And I said, yeah, I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to go ahead and make any appointments, but I don't think I want to do anything else right now at this point. So I was just happy to have a diagnosis, because for me at that point, I was just getting introduced to a lot of natural things. And I'm like, I was raised with meals from scratch and just, healthier living, but got married and kind of blew it all out of the water, So I, 2-3 years later, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. So this is after I had kind of gotten my whole, my diagnosis with MS. I start doing everything different. I'm eating healthier. I do a bunch of detoxing. I start exercising. I start paying attention to how many hours of sleep I'm getting at night. And I start using oils. That was when it was my husband who got me into the oils. He, a friend from church, was the one who's like, okay, Ann needs the oils. She's definitely not well. And I was really kind of bedridden. My husband bought me one of those air mattresses and kind of kept it on the family room floor because I felt lethargic like 24/7. So, which was not good. And especially when you have 4 small children and who are very needy. So I ended up getting introduced to these oils, and the oils were more for boosting your immune system. And I was doing a lot of like frankincense and cloves and myrrh and just stuff just to really start targeting, we're going in at my health at every angle to boost my immune system. I got rid of my amalgam fillings. I started, there's this whole list of things that I had to do, but we went to my disease from every angle just so we can get the best results, the biggest improvements, in the shortest amount of time. So anyway, after doing all that, started seeing results every day. I was starting to feel a little bit better, but it did take me months. It was like close to a year before I said, wow, I feel like 75% better. And it was, I had to stick to it. It was super, super strict. But and like I said, it was my husband who was really pushing the oils. I just, the last several years, really started getting into the oils. And he was always the one who just really wanted me healthy. And he's like, no, we're going to just do what we can. And I did. I loved them and just gradually got to know about them. And when my husband, went, medicine free during spring seasons, I was like, wow, these really are powerful, but it wasn't until my last child that I really started doing more research on them and just finding out even more of the powerful, benefits of the oils. But I am healthy and well. In fact, I came from my doctor's this morning and she just said, I wish all my patients were like you. She's like, you look great. She's like, you're healthy. And she had great things to say. And she couldn't believe that I had all those, the past history with all my health. So, because not many people would get to where I am today. So, and to go on to have 4 more kids. So, and I work out, I run a lot and I always on the go. And I just, I'm always feeding my kids like the healthiest food. Like not many kids get like kale in their smoothies. Bonnie, I know your kids do, but I mean,
I'm learning from you.
Kale in the smoothies and kale with eggs and, just things like that. It's just, you learn as you go. So I feel like to get to and reach that optimal health, you do go from every angle. Oils is just it's one of the pieces, but it's a big piece. Regularly, like, I take frankincense just internally, like 2 drops, morning and night. It's just one of those, that's probably one of my very favorite oils. I don't like the smell of it. I'll be honest with you. Some people like the smell. That's probably my least favorite one, but I use it the most. So
do you take it in a capsule, or do you just put it in your tongue?
No, I just put it on a spoon with like lemon and the flax oil. I don't
You're
like
hardcore.
So I don't have time to put it in the capsule.
Walk around smelling like an antique shop.
Seriously,
worth it.
Actually, I gotta mix. Sometimes I do peppermint just to give it a good flavor. So.
Exactly.
That's an incredible story.
So anyway, that was a shortened version of it because I could be here all day. So that's it in a nutshell.
I know, and we listen to it all day too, actually. I know. Every time I talk to my Aunt Anna, I'm just like, tell me more. Tell me everything you do. Like, right. Oils is, the oils are one part of it. There's the physical they're working on. Like, I just got done working out, is why I look like this. There's the emotional side. There's spiritual side. There's the whole pyramid of health.
Yes. The pyramid of health. That's kind of what we're talking about.
Eating right. Self-care.
And simplifying your life and reducing stress wherever you can is another key ingredient.
Yeah. I mean, well, they say stress is the number 1 killer, and
yes,
it is. Because even if you have something, stress will make it worse.
But I'm going to tell you also, so the hormone, the oils that help with the hormones are huge because, when your hormones are out of whack, you do not handle stress. You do not handle the stress well. That everyday life brings you. So, there's you've got like frankincense, lang lang, clary sage. I mean, some of those are like great ones just to help balance your hormones. And I would do those internally. And you feel... You just, when you feel like your hormones are balanced, you're like a new person. Like nothing can bother you. You're happier.
That is the lifelong vitality pack for me.
Yeah.
The lifelong vitality pack for me is that I said, I go to my husband, I said, I probably feel like you always feel. Just like
you're even. What the heck?
Yeah.
Why can't we be like that?
Like that. So
true.
This right here.
How is it that the husbands can just be like vibrant all the time?
Like the emoji of the man is the same face all day, and the women's is like every single emoji that they make. Megan, share your story really quick of the supplements because she's brand new to supplements.
Okay.
So when I started the supplements, it was like the first, they sent me home with them. So I started them right away. And when we're talking about self-care, this is not what I would recommend. I wasn't doing like anything else. I was staying up late, trying to fit everything in, not eating well. So I really wasn't putting myself first. But the one thing I was doing was without fail doing my supplements. And I flew out to Utah twice. My kids got sick with colds. And through it all, I stayed healthy, which like never happened. And I just felt so like zen, balanced. It wasn't like hormonal. I didn't have these like big cravings. Like, oh my God, I need like certain things where I'd like rummage through the cabinets. Just starting to feel just more in tune with myself. So I can't go off these now. I'm hooked.
Yeah. Right. That's good. Well, when you feel good, you don't want to change a thing.
Yeah. It's a great base. I have a lot more to add, but it's a great base. It's a good starting spot for me.
I love that.
Awesome.
I love that. Yeah. So, okay, I see on the timer we've got 6 minutes left till we're booted off. I will share my story very quickly because, again, I can go on, and I won't do that to you guys. But we grew up healthy, like again, just like in the N group, we grew up with homemade everything from scratch. In fact, like my mom actually took out all the chemicals and everything like years ago, like 17 years. That was probably around the same time as your story. I think
everyone changed. The whole family that all changed.
And when our family makes a decision, they all do it, and it's not like they just do it a little bit. They go all in, and they do it like to the extreme, where you're like the crazy cult people, like doing all that.
We're OCD with it.
Exactly. They're making homemade breads, and you're buying gray salt, and you're doing all this stuff that's like not normal to the other people looking in. So anyway, so I grew up with that. And so that's how I started my family. Like we were doing everything right. You know, I was making all the homemade food. We had no chemicals in the home. You know, working out, like I was a personal trainer, and like I knew about all that stuff, and I was following it. That's the only thing I knew, what, you know, how to live. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect, of course, but I wasn't buying the processed food, you know, and all of that. But a few years ago, I started feeling like horrible. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with me? Because that's what I couldn't figure out. I'm like, I'm doing everything better. I'm like, why am I feeling worse than all my friends who are eating fast food and, you know, drinking and like not taking care of themselves? I'm like, why do I feel like I'm so tired all the time? That was my biggest thing. That I started off just feeling so lethargic, so fatigued, to the point where I'm like, something is wrong with me. This is not normal. And I went to the doctors and they said, well, at first they're like, you're totally normal. Like they're like, look at you, you're just healthy as can be. And I'm like, like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm like, there is a reason. And they're like, well, you have, you know, at the time I had 3 kids. They're like, you have 3 kids, you know, and my husband was gone all the time. Like, there's just a lot of pressure on me, you know, to keep up with the house and have all these kids. I had the first 3 kids, 3 kids in 4 years. And, you know, that is a lot. And I nursed over a year for each one. So I just thought, well, maybe this is the new life. This is what they say when you're a mom. This is what happens. Your hair's crazy and you're crazy. And I'm like, I'm in it knee deep, but it didn't feel good, you know, and I didn't look good. And it was even affecting our marriage because I just was not the same person. He's like, this is not what I signed up for. I'm like, I'm sorry. This is not what I thought it was going to be either, you know, and you just get tired. And, you know, the symptoms started getting worse and worse. Just really hard to wake up, really tired. But at the same time, I'm the kind of person who I want to do a lot, you know, in one day, because I have a huge list of things that I want to get done and need to get done. And so I went to another doctor, natural doctor, and she diagnosed me with adrenal fatigue. And so I did all the research on that, read the books, changed my diet. I'm like, everything. And I was like, I am feeling better. I don't really know. Like, maybe a little bit, but it wasn't to the point where I thought I was like, this is not adrenal fatigue. This is worse than that. And it started getting so bad that I was having cold and flu symptoms like every 2 weeks. They lined up with my cycle and my ovulation every 2 weeks. Like I was getting full blown out on the couch, fevering, chills, coughing, the entire thing. And I'm like, this is not a normal person, like a healthy person. And, you know, I'm preaching health to everybody, and I'm like doing it from the couch. You know, and I'm like, how can you be a mom from the couch? You just can't. And so then I went to another doctor because I thought it was my hormones. I'm like, something's wrong with me. My cycles are out of control. And I ended up, the saliva test I did came back completely normal. But she did a bioscan on my body that reads your body. They put biomarkers through the body, and it reads it. And it found out that I had Borrelia, which is a strand of Lyme disease. I see 1 minute left. I'm going to be quick. So basically, I had Lyme disease too. And I was using all the supplements, changing my diet, and all those things started to work. But then when I added the oils, I noticed a night and day difference. And so we don't have time to go into the whole story, but literally it changed my life to the point where I have to tell every single person about this. And I'm just so thankful that I found oils, and I wish I found them years ago. So anyway, so that's our mission, is we just want to help everybody to feel the best that they can from the inside out, and share it with others, and just, you know, build women up physically, mentally, emotionally, like lift everyone up. And that's what we want to do. So there's like probably 10 seconds left, but anyway, Megan, I'll let you close. So anyway, thank you.
Awesome.
Yes. And if this video is shared with you, get in touch with the person who shared it with you and let them help you on your journey to health and wellness, help you find oils. And that's what we're here for. So reach out.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye, friends.